Hi everyone, welcome to season 3. We're looking at Like Someone in Love by Bruno Major. It's taken from his album A Song for Every Moon, which was released in 2017. 2017. Bruno is an absolutely amazing talent. Comes from Northampton, is an R&B jazz artist. I kind of find him really difficult to describe, not that that matters really. But his sound is kind of somewhere between jazz, hip hop, and R&B. So well worth checking out that album, A Song for Every Moon. The whole concept behind the album was that he wrote, recorded and produced the recording of one song every single month, and then it was released the following year. It's a really incredible album. I've got it on vinyl downstairs. It's amazing, so definitely go and check it out. He worked with Glyn Johns on this record, one of my favourite producers. He worked with Ryan Adams, and he's the son of legendary producer Glyn Johns, who worked with the Beatles and like a massive amount of other artists, including Led Zeppelin and stuff. So go and check out their work as well. It's always worth mining all of these little details. So the guitar he uses on this track, Like Someone in Love, is a Les Paul Custom, 1984 Les Paul Custom. He plays it through a Supro dual reverb, and he's got a little bit of chorus on there. So if you've got a CE1, then it's definitely worth kind of putting that in line with your amp. A bit of reverb, and if you can kind of crunch the clean channel as well, that would be cool, because that's kind of what's happening on the record as well. I'm using my Kemper for this. And I'm using a Supro patch, an M-Brit Supro patch. So I've just dialed in a little bit of crunch on the gain, and then only a small amount, just enough to kind of like when I really dig into the guitar that it kind of like is a little bit dirty. And then I've put in some chorus on there as well, and a little bit of slapback kind of gives a little bit of the sound like the record. So tone-wise, you're going to want to, on the guitar, you're going to want to roll off the highs a little bit. Not too much though, he has got a very direct sound on there, so don't roll it off too much. If you can't get enough gain on there, maybe try Tube Screamer in line, that would be cool as well. The song itself, Like Someone in Love, it was made famous by Chet Baker on the album Chet Baker Sings from 1956. Definitely worth checking that album out as well. Chet Baker's incredible, amazing trumpet player and also amazing singer as well. Not at the same time, although I haven't heard it. If you can find a video or recording of him playing trumpet and singing at the same time, then forward it through to me. It's become a jazz standard. The idea with this series here is we're going to start actually by learning the solo, because the solo is really, really cool. So next week we'll look at the solo. I've included me playing the whole solo at the end of this, so stick around to listen to the solo and watch me play it. Next week we'll be breaking down the solo, seeing what goes into the playing, looking a little bit at how he kind of lays back and how that's very akin of the hip hop and R&B genre. And then after that we're going to be looking at the chords. There are a huge amount of chords in this tune. He uses a lot of different voicings. And we're going to have to learn how to keep out of the way of the piano when you're playing this. So tons and tons of stuff. We can spend ages on this tune, but we're only going to spend, I think, probably about 3 weeks on this. So stick around for the solo in a second, and do all of the usual things, like the YouTube channel, like the Instagram, like the Facebook, and do send me a message if you want any more help. Or if you want me to suggest a song or a solo that we can look at in the next series. Anyway, enjoy the solo, and I'll see you next week for cracking into it. Bye. Someone